Just my opinion.
The podcast.
Mike Roberts, baby.
My name is Ari Irizarry.
Hello, everybody. We are back for season 2. Yeah, baby. Hello, Mike. Mike and I are back. Mike and Ari, how you doing, everybody?
What's
how you
up,
doing, Mike?
big dog? How you doing? Oh, I'm excited.
I'm
happy. So happy right now.
I'm back on screen now. I don't want to look at myself when we're doing that intro.
I
don't want to look at you.
You know, well, I missed you, bro.
Well, not in that sense. It's just that I get like
Got a little screenshot. It's been a bit. Got to get back in the groove again.
Yeah. So I was like,
dude,
but now I'm back.
How
you doing?
I couldn't be any better. I'm so happy to be here. No, I've been doing really well, man. So we've been on a break now. Because I got to say, since when? A couple months now. So.
Well, more than 2
Well, we finished.
2. I know 2 for sure. I was just working a lot. My job was very busy for at least 2 months. So it was before that. And
and plus we both, and you've done both the phases. Either way, a lot of stuff has definitely passed me because we were doing 75 hard when we wrapped up the show. So that's definitely been a little bit. And you did phase 1, phase 2. I'm sure we'll talk about that.
It's more.
But, yeah, it's been a minute, man. Been doing comedy stuff and more improv stuff. And I'm excited to dig into that. And then I went on a trip to Savannah. And,
Savannah, Georgia.
I say I went to Savannah. I always.
I told you to go to that restaurant, Trailer Park. You went to that
So
restaurant?
we didn't get to go to that one, but it did show up. We did walk past it. But let me say, I mean,
the food is amazing.
Savannah was first time ever going, and it was for Melinda's birthday. We threw it together. I thought it was kind of cool. She reminded me of something like you with that you would ask for, because she was like, I just want to go on a trip for my birthday. She said, I don't want to do a party this year. She's like, nothing against our friends at all, but I want to just do something me and you, and I want you to plan it. Okay. So, bro, all summer long, she said that. She told me. That's what she started telling me about her birthday in, like, May. Her birthday's in October. So.
No need to plan anything. Just letting you know.
You've had plenty of time, right? So, she's thinking that because she wants me to plan this trip, and she doesn't know Savannah. It's just anywhere I want to go, but a nice weekend trip. So, as it gets closer to, I'm like, where are we going to go? I was thinking maybe Key West, maybe Tennessee. She's really been wanting to go there. Maybe, I didn't know.
Oh,
but I was like, oh, I want to go somewhere I could drive, where I don't have to deal with the airports. So, I was like,
gotcha.
we could go to
It's pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
we could
close,
go to Savannah. So, but I didn't tell her that. I told her we were going camping. So I said, I bought us this really nice tent, and we're gonna go ride the air balloons in Kissimmee. And she wants to go on a.
So you were going camping in Kissimmee? That was the plan. Like that was a lie. Let's go camping in Kissimmee.
I said we're gonna go camping in Kissimmee State Park. I got us a really nice tent, and it's not a big deal if you're an outdoors person. By the way, no big deal. But Melinda is not. I am not the type of person that I don't enjoy.
First of all, if you go to Kissimmee, you have a lot of my people in Kissimmee. So if you go camping, you may wake up with no shoes.
Look at the wild Puerto Ricans as they run across the border. Like, you're not. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's what I picture.
You wake up with nothing in your backpack. What happened here? You didn't even know they were there. They walked by you and they actually tried to sell you what they got from you. Hey, man. Yeah, actually, it happened to me when I was a kid. Some of the guys from the neighborhood got into our house, stole some jewelry from my stepdad, and then like a month later tried to sell it to my stepdad.
Damn.
And they had the initials of my stepdad. Dude!
Trying to hit Nacho with that, bro? Trying to hit Nacho with that? Oh, man. I bet he was... So, angry.
Oh, yeah,
Angry. But anyways, she didn't expect it. And like last minute, like it was like 2 weeks before the trip, I wanted her to have some time to save, for the spending money. Because I already told her, I said, look, I pay for, no, I'm just kidding. But when we ended up going, she was really surprised. We went to Buc-ee's along the way, that gas station. Bro, have you been to Buc-ee's?
No, well...
You would know
no,
if you've been to
remember.
Buc-ee's. The big one
Yeah, I feel like I've been there.
It's got like the beaver is the logo. It's a big-ass gas station.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. We do a lot of like road trips, but
You
I feel
would
like
have
I've been
had
there.
to have been there because now they got two on 995. So like,
Well, you know what? My issue is that there's no other gas station except for Wawa. I can go to a million, but even up north and stuff.
well, if I'm up north, I go to Wawa, but down here, bro, you gotta go to Buc-ee's when you can because it's not just a gas station area. It is a truck stop, essentially, right? But they don't allow semi trucks. So it's like a truck stop for families and people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like they have a
Okay.
big parking lot you can sleep in. Buc-ee's.
What is it called?
B-U. I think. Oh, now I'm looking like an idiot. I think it's B-U-C-E-E.
I got it. C-E-E.
Yeah, double E.
Let me see what's
It's
the
in
closest
Daytona.
one. I'm gonna go just. Oh, I'm gonna go to the. I'm just gonna go.
Bro, you should. It's huge area. It's like going to Walmart. Like it is massive, bro.
It's only an hour.
You gotta
from here.
go. You have to go.
I'm gonna go just for the
Dude,
hell of it.
they have a beef jerky wall. They have, bro, they make it there. They manufacture it there. They got alligator jerky, ostrich, turkey. They got so many good, like, sweets, like baked goods and stuff. They have a lot of, like, no, they have, like, baked goods and shit. They got a lot of candy.
We don't eat that shit.
Baked
we don't
goods.
Eat no
Baked
jerky.
goods. You don't need baked goods? Puerto Rican goods?
Baked goods.
A little De Niro
Baked
face.
goods. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can tell.
Forget about it. Oh, come to me.
Yeah. Turkey. Yeah. I'm that Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Who eats
Well,
turkey.
look, bro, they got baked goods. They got sweets. They got candy. They got brisket. They got a smoker in the middle of this thing. Dude,
Really? No,
Eric.
I have never been. So I gotta tell Sasha, maybe I go tonight. Like, what if I surprise Sasha?
you
I'll
joke,
surprise
dude.
myself.
Melinda
Let's go
laughed
tonight.
when I told her. At first, I said, look, this is one of the most exciting parts of the trip. She said, what? I said, we're going to Buc-ee's along the way. And she said, well, why would that be exciting whatsoever? And I was like, because Buc-ee's is so hard to explain, dude. It is so cool, bro. They have like 200, or not 200, that's an exaggeration. 100 is more accurate. They have like 100 fuel pumps. So like you're never in line there. Like,
Really? No, I never.
and when you put gas in your car, they pull a camera up because there's so many pumps, and they show you, is that your car? So if you say like I'm pump 58, and you forgot if that was actually your pump or not, they have the TV at the checkout, and they pull it up. Is that your car? The Corolla?
I just texted Sasha.
Yeah, you gotta go.
We're going over there tonight. We're going tonight.
It
as a
is.
date.
It's a really good date night. It's a fun, simple date night, dude. Like, they have, like, don't get me wrong, there's a bunch of tchotchkes and, like, miscellaneous stuff in there, but it is really cool. They actually have shopping carts in there, bro. Shopping carts. Any drink, and Ari, here's what I really want you to do. Have to go to the bathroom in there. Go to the bathroom when you're at Buc-ee's.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you that. Most enjoyable restroom
Oh, so I gotta save something
Yes.
for later.
most enjoyable when you
Gotcha.
go into there. Okay, here's what I like. It's tile, floor to ceiling. So when you close your door, you have your own little room. So it doesn't smell like the guy next door. When you go into the booth, they've got hand sanitizer, toilet seat wipes, flushable wipes, and toilet paper. You've never felt so
Sasha, text me
clean
back.
using a public restroom at a truck stop type environment. It is so nice, bro. They're selling art on the walls in there for like $300-400. They have the price tag on it and stuff. It is so crazy, man. It's a really, really cool concept.
Huh, I just texted Sasha and she's like, "What is
It's
that?"
okay, Aaron. Basic.
I even sent her the picture. Like I sent her the link. And she's
Well,
like, "What is that?"
imagine if you took.
I'm looking at pictures. Oh my god, look
It's
at that.
big, bro. It's very big.
That's a grocery
Mhm.
store.
Dude, they have a
It is a
they have a
grocery
clothing
store.
department in there. They've got men's, women. They got seasonal. It's like, have you ever been to Universal
No
Studios?
freaking way.
Have you ever been to Universal and went to the Universal store, the UO store at the front of the park? It's like
Yeah,
you,
I've
it's
heard
like
about
you
it.
took one of those stores and put it with gas pumps in the middle of I-95 because it's got a little bit of everything, bro. They got candy, they got slushies, they got drinks, they got water. Go check out the water area,
Okay.
the water section. They got water from
Yeah.
everywhere. It is so cool,
Wow.
man. It really is. It's funny because it is like a little weird, but I will tell you, when I took Melinda there, she was like laughing at first, and she walked out of there with a Buc-ee's pullover sweater. She's got a sweater, Buc-ee sweater,
I can see Linda doing that.
because she's like, it was so awesome. She loved it. She loved it, bro. It was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so you did that on the way to Georgia, right? I love Georgia. The only thing I don't like about Savannah is the smell.
Yeah, because it was kind of,
It smells
because
like
of the
shit.
water gets stuck in the road all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know how to describe it. You have a good time there for a week, and all of a sudden that smell.
You see, that's kind of like New Orleans for me. Like, I like New Orleans, but when
Yeah.
it's not like, you ever go to New Orleans, like, not the nighttime, like the next day, like you wake up, go outside,
Yeah.
smoke a morning cigarette, there's just stagnant water, people pissing, and
Yeah,
gross. Sorry.
it does. That's how it smells bad. It does smell bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure you get used to it while you live there.
Yeah, but similar to Savannah. But I would like to live in Savannah, though. Like, dude, if I could afford one of those houses
Yeah.
in the Savannah area,
Yeah.
forget about it, dude. I'm on a Segway. We went on a Segway
Yeah.
tour, Ari.
Yeah.
Did it.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Cool.
Melinda wrecked. Swear to God. I'm not even joking. Bro,
Yeah.
we got there early because, like, we tried to find a bunch and they were all sold out. We wanted to do one of the nighttime ones in Savannah. But we didn't get one. But what we ended up getting was the next best thing. And it was, like, one at 9:30 in the morning. And it was just me and her. Like, nobody else booked it. So it was like we got our own private tour around Savannah. Which, by the way, I'm going to have to go get that card before the end of this. We should shout them out. That was the best Segway tour ever in Savannah.
Yeah.
And, dude, we're coming around the corner. Melinda's not too sure how she feels about it. And, like, so it goes the leader, the tour guide's at the front, me behind him. And, like, I'm not the greatest at this, but I've got it a little better. Then behind me, I hear, no, 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 no. And I look back, and Melinda, bro, is like, she's losing control, but instead of leaning back or squatting down to stop it, she's like freaking out and pushing further forward. So the Segway's going faster, bro. And dude, right up to one of those little like squares that they call them, hits the curb, bro.
Yeah.
Hits the fucking boom, hits the curb. Dude, impressive as all get out. She makes a clean break, like dives over the handlebars, rolls, pops up. I'm good. And the troop leader and I look at each other, like me and the guy, and I'm like, because I couldn't jump off. I can't jump off the Segway and go save her. I had to just watch it happen. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
not any better than she is. I could fall. I could injure myself getting off. I've got to just watch it. So, but it was so funny, man. Oh, man. So she hopped right back on.
That's
We finished
funny.
the tour out. But
She was happy.
yeah,
Had a good time.
yeah. She had a really good time. We toured a couple of
Good.
the ghost houses and walked a lot, dude. And we had a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it's very nice to
We
walk
had
in.
fun there, Ari.
The downtown is
Well,
nice.
and that's honestly what I will say. The Segway tour was really smart to do in the morning time on our real first full day, because he kind of showed us the lay of the land and like cool spots to go. And we went to lunch at a place he recommended. We got chocolates from this chocolatier place. We went and had coffee at this really cool coffee spot. I mean, dude, it just had...
It's nice. It's nice over there.
And it is really good for couples. Like, I will say, like, there was a really good stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
and the view. We stayed at a hotel right in downtown, looking at the whole, water area, whatever you call that, the bridge and all that. That was very nice. So it's a very nice place.
Yeah, Melinda and I stayed right over by there. Yeah, we stayed at the Aledia. Okay. But it sounds like you stayed at the Marriott.
Okay.
It's not like you stayed at the Marriott. That's what that sounds like.
One of those chains from Sasha's work.
Ah, yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? But it was yeah.
It's nice though.
I don't know. I just got there.
Yeah, I like the food. Really good food up there.
Yeah, the area's very.
We got oysters.
Nice over there.
We got oysters one night. I like oysters now, bro. We got nice. I went and got me some jambalaya. I like the jambalaya up there. We went to Better Than Sex, the dessert place. Let me ask you, Ari. You've been to that place, right? Better Than Sex?
Yeah.
Okay, and for the listeners that don't know, Better Than Sex is it's a dessert restaurant for adults and couples. Like, it's not like anything's happening in there, but you don't bring your kids to Better Than Sex to have.
Oh, didn't? Nothing happened?
Dude, if somebody brought their child. Anyways. So,
well,
but you go in there and you sit down, the ambiance is nice, and the little light. My question's coming, Ari.
It's very private.
So I went there, and let me say this. I don't mind, but I had a male server at Better Than Sex. I really don't. And would never pay attention. Male or female, who's serving me. I'm more or less just looking at their appearance if they're clean. Right? If they appear to groom themselves.
Ooh. Especially,
right?
Okay.
This guy, nice guy, little geeky, but nice. Versus just telling me, now I've got a sport coat on. I'm a decently sized guy. I don't look like whatever. And he starts doing his spiel when I get my drink. I order a coffee drink. I say, oh, yeah, I'm going to get this coffee drink. Oh, that's a nice selection. And then he's like, wait, do we got us a couple of virgins here tonight? Have you guys never been here before? And I was like, starts talking to me in sexual lingo about everything.
Well, because
of the theme. The theme, Ari. Now, at first, I'm laughing. At this point, I'm like, oh, that's cool, bro. I get it. Like, you're doing the thing. That's great. 10 minutes later, comes back. We got, our craft cocktails. And they come back. And he's like, all right, so I've got the whatever Savannah Coffee Delight drink here. It's got a nice white chocolate cream around that tip. Be sure to lick that tip right off and top to bottom and drip.
Yeah.
Dude, no, I didn't like it, Ari, and I didn't know about your take on it.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how to take it because when I went, it was a woman, so maybe I was like,
it was a little different. It was,
I was okay with it, probably. That's
I don't want to be that guy because it didn't bother me that he was a guy. But I will say, just take it even his sex.
But did you do it?
Bro,
did you do it?
Here's the part I didn't like. When
he's talking to you and you're like this? Or?
Well, it was just a matter of okay, now even when he walks away, and it is the drink is gorgeous, and you go there for the desserts and stuff, so the cocktails are just as good, and it was amazing, but you want to essentially you want to lick the chocolate off the fucking glass, but now all I could think about is, if I do this, is it because I want to or another man just told me to? I don't know. Anyways, it was just so funny. Then our food comes out, and Melinda got a blueberry brie French toast thing. Oh my gosh. Melinda had the best choice by chance.
It's a little pricey though, right?
It really is because it kind of feels like theme park food, but it was really there ain't nobody in the back making that stuff fresh.
I think you pay for the experience. I think,
exactly.
Because the way they make it look and all that. That's it.
I think you're right. And I think I got that because the server, let me say, very good customer service. He was only doing his job.
Yeah. That's what he's paid to do. He's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable.
And, dude, and he was getting a kick out of it. He's seeing me looking at him, and I'm like,
in my case, I was having a blast when I went. So I was like,
well,
hey.
he was laughing, and Melinda's having a good time because she's laughing at me, and the server's getting a kick out of this. But and it was Melinda's birthday, so I'm like, if anything, at least it's a guy for her sake, you know. So, but dude, so the food comes up.
True.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
you know what I mean. So she could better enjoy it if that is the case. So then a carrot cake comes out. I got a carrot cake. She was like, you should get that. I was like, all right, right away. I don't want to sound like a prude, Ari, but right away. I take one bite of the carrot cake. You know what I taste? I taste the refrigerator. You ever get that refrigerator taste in a piece of cake or something like that?
Probably because you bought something that really doesn't sell.
He told me it was a top seller.
Whatever.
He said,
carrot cake.
It's a really good.
People go to Publix
I
for
can
that.
tell you whenever.
They don't go to Better Than
I can
Sex
tell you
for that.
whenever this man put it on the table, he was like, all right, so if you notice, we set the cake point side up. He's like, that's so you can lick that tip and eat it all the way down to the bottom.
It's all about the
I
licking.
was like, bro.
He was on
he
it.
was so.
He was on
Dude.
it. Like, can't
And
we
I'm
talk
pretty
about something else?
sure, like, as far as sexuality goes, I mean, I don't really know, but he gave me the implications by some of our sidebar conversations that he was a straight guy, but he just, I don't know if that's what killed
to
it
do it.
for me more, but it was just funny, like, hearing,
Yeah, he was doing his best. He was going gay for the money.
yeah. When it came to, dude, he was ripping with me, bro. He was having so much fun. But that was like, I was a little done. I was a little done.
What is it called? Gay
It's
for
just
pay.
by, like
Yeah.
when he brought me the tab, I was like, dude, I swear subconsciously, if he finds a way to make another sexual joke about getting paid for this,
Yeah.
and he says he doesn't say anything when he drops the tab. When he brings it back after he's been paid,
Yeah.
he's like, all right, thanks
Well-
for letting me pop those cherries tonight, guys. I was like, all right, dude, I'm done.
I've been there, and for me, it's one of those places that you go one time.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going again.
Yeah, exactly. You go for the experience, try it out. It was okay. Now I'm coming back. Not again.
Not doing. You can't see my hands, but
I
I'm
did it
doing one
already.
of these below the camera screen.
Yeah, it's good for one
Yeah.
time. That's it.
I was a little saddened by that because, like, when the food came out, now, like I said, Melinda's food seemed pretty good, really, really good. Like, it had like a strawberry champagne sauce. Melinda's, I would get again. I would even attempt to make it at home.
You know, the only thing I don't like is the one here in Orlando. It's like tiny. It's like so, I don't know, so awkward. So it just becomes like you're listening to what they're talking on the next table.
Yeah.
A little weird.
little
but,
much.
But we had a good time. But we're
That's
not
my
going
thing, right? Not doing it again. So let me ask you this.
No.
Better Than Sex, where we're going to put a star rating on there. There's something we haven't done in a while.
Yeah, what? One on the scale for what?
1 to 5 stars. Better Than Sex as an establishment, not a location.
2. 2. If you have to think about it, that means you're not trying to go
No,
too
I'm
high.
not. I'm not. I'm stuck somewhere between
There you go.
2.5 and 2.8.
Well, let's give it 2.5. 2 for the experience, half for the food.
Yeah, it just.
No, 2.
I
let me see. I don't know. Anyway,
wasn't. It wasn't. And I don't want to just bitch on the show, but
you know what it felt like? One of those adult stores, Fairvilla, one of those places.
like Adam and Eve.
If they serve a carrot cake at Fairvilla,
Yeah, like I don't.
that's what it felt like. Because the lady at Fairvilla at least is funny.
Well, my thing was like, I guess if the person hadn't have talked to me in character, or if I had been given a heads up that was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I talk about Fairvilla. I didn't realize they talk to you and they explain the stuff that they're selling to you. Like anytime that I've been there, I go shop and let's go. But we went recently and I had a lady old lady on top of it, like really old lady. Her name was Lily. Hey Lily, shout out. she came to us and said, "Are you thinking of purchasing that you have in your hands?" And we're like, maybe. Let me see if it's working. I'm like, what?
Oh.
Okay. So she opens the box. They have like a little counter, right? Oh my God, something's gonna kill me. Anyway, sorry. So they open the box of whatever we're buying, and it works. Awesome. And I'm like so uncomfortable, like I don't want you to talk to me. And then there's this black big guy who comes over and says, "You guys okay?" Like, what the hell? Like, now we're the center of attention here.
So now
Anyway,
he's looking at what you got on the counter, looking at you.
Hello, yeah. So anyway, it works. So she says, "Well, let me sanitize it."
So now,
Dude, now this person Lily has like sandy wipes, the little lotion, cleans it, puts it back in the box, and you guys are good to go. I never knew that this was a thing.
I have to
And then when you go to pay, now they ask you, "Were you helped today?" And we're like,
They're just trying to.
Who helped you?
They're
We're
trying
like,
to step up the customer service.
Lily. Yeah, but you don't want customer service in a adult store.
Maybe you do. Maybe you do. I went there, and I'll tell you, I felt like, I've been to one adult store in Fort Myers where I didn't think the staff owner or the staff working there was old enough to be working there, and that made me uncomfortable. I was like, don't.
Maybe they're not. I don't want nobody helping me. If I have a question about it, I'll read the back of it, or I'll actually just
Now that's
because at this point, you have couples all around you, right? And there's an issue of you looking at making some eye contact, right? You don't make eye contact at these places. I don't know, for some reason you don't want these people to see you later at the gas stations, at Buc-ee's, and say, "Oh, that's the guy who was at..."
Are you from the podcast?
I don't know.
You sound like Eric.
Yeah, I saw you there buying that thing. Like, yeah. Or you see Lily out there, like, "Hey, Lily, oh my God, how's that product working for you?" That's what. You don't need that shit.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, those are the kind of places you just get your stuff and get out as soon as possible. And for some reason, you leave behind your partner.
Yeah.
It's like you're running away from something. You're stealing something. Like, "We gotta go. I'll wait for you in the car."
Should I go start the car?
Yeah. You pay? No, I pay. Okay.
And what's crazy is on the way there, you're excited. Everybody, the mood's going in the car.
Yes.
Like, "Ooh, yeah, baby. You know we'll go to the sex shop. We're going to get freaky tonight. Real freaky." And then you walk in there, bro. Barely any words, reading stuff. Like you're at a Books A Million.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, none of you know what to get. You talk so much, and when you get there, like, "So what do you want?" I don't know, what do you want? Whatever you want. No, you tell me. No, you tell me.
You come out of there with some
whatever.
jellies and a damn paddle. Yeah.
The $2.99 ones.
You don't even come out of there spending more than $20.
And all of a sudden, you were gonna get the. I'm gonna spend $200 and stuff, and all of a sudden you come with the $2.99
Come out of there with some sexy grape jelly.
Yeah, all of a sudden you find everything expensive. $50?
For that thing?
I can go to Golden Corral with this.
You look over to her and you go, "How often are you really gonna use that thing?" Not that much.
Yeah, exactly. Well, all of a sudden, you're intimidated, I guess, and you're like, "I don't know, you tell me, honey. What do you want?" "I don't know, you tell me." Yeah, it becomes that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if everybody goes through it, but that's
No. That is how everybody feels. Going to the sex shop, bro. That's just how it is.
So much talk, so much when you in the house, in the car, through text. "Hey, honey, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that," and
yeah. You come out of there, bro, and then you're like, "So where are we going to dinner tonight? Where are we going to dinner?"
On the way home, you're already tired. Like, I feel so tired.
I thought you were bad boy. I thought you were gonna be daddy. You told me you was gonna be Poppy Blanco tonight.
Yeah. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, bro. That
I don't know. I'm always tired anyway lately. So
Oh my goodness.
man, these few months of work and stuff has been crazy.
Well, that's also part of the reason I ain't seen you in a while too. Is Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah. Well, thanks a
Oh,
lot.
sorry. You can cut that part out.
Anyway,
No, just cut that part out.
But yeah, my sleeping habits have been all over the place. Like I used to have problems sleeping. Now I was worse.
Really?
So I have a hard time. So wait, my ear's itching. I'm gonna say something. I'm on the medication now.
Oh, it's okay.
So yeah, because it's hard for me to sleep and focus. I'm like a little kid. You know that little kid that's always running in the store? That's me. More with time, I'm getting worse and worse. So I decided to go to see the doctor, right? And they gave me these giant pills, dude. Like, they are supposed to work. It's bad when you can't even pronounce the name. So I'm not even going to try it. But they're supposed to help me focus, sleep better, channel all my crazy thoughts, I guess. You know? Because I'm the person that I can't sleep because I'm all night long thinking about the next thing to do.
Yeah, I struggle with that.
Right? It's not about thinking like, oh my God, I don't have money, or, it's not about that. It's just I overthink everything that I have to do. So I sleep 2-3 hours some nights, So I just decided to go to a doctor, So, yeah, they gave me some medication, dude. It's horrible. The first night, I thought it was like a zombie. Like, I took those pills, and I slept, like, a lot. A lot. But I woke up, and maybe because it was the first time I've used them, the next day, all day, I was feeling tired. Very tired.
Like you overslept.
So, I overslept, yeah. But I needed it, I guess. Because now I feel better. Now that I take them, but I've learned that I take them way early.
Yeah.
The doctor said take them 30 minutes before you go to bed. But I go to bed at 2 in the morning. So if I take my pills at 1:30 in the morning, I have to get up at 6 or 4 in the morning. So I'm going to be all drowsy all day, So I take them really early now,
And do you find yourself going to bed at a decent, or going to bed at better at a decent time?
I do. I'm not taking them every day. I take them a night that I know I'm just going to go to sleep.
Ah.
If that sounds better. You know what I mean? Because if I take him one of those nights, I'm like ready to pass out. Yeah. And nothing's gonna happen. We're just
now
gonna
I
funny,
see why you were at the store. No, I'm just kidding.
Right? Perfect segue. No. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, man. That's all. They've been good to me, actually, those pills. But yeah, I took them last night, dude, and I slept like a baby.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good deal.
Yeah. And I feel better. I feel, when I take them, I feel
refreshed,
more relaxed, and I feel like, shit, it's okay.
That's
I don't
it.
know. I have that feeling of like,
I'm happy for you. I'm very happy for you.
I'm okay. Like, I feel like I'm okay in the sense of like, I'm not overthinking everything.
That's gotta be a really good feeling.
Is it weird that, right? Isn't it weird that you taking that kind of stuff and it actually does that to you?
No, what's weird is that, I know I'm sure people on here think some of this stuff is like thought up, but like, it's like how much I can relate to what you're saying of like, I didn't know that there was stuff that the doctor could really help you out with stuff like that, that specific, and it actually worked.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. But, actually, in last night, I'm not hungover, right? But I have like runny nose and all that kind of stuff because I don't know. Now that when I drink too much, the next day I feel like I have a cold.
I don't know what it is either, but I couldn't agree with you more. I think it's probably because you're when you're drinking and you're hanging out with a bunch of people, you're breathing in all this air, laughing, and I don't know, maybe that.
Oh, the COVID and all that, yeah.
Yeah, the COVID makes the air thicker.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, now that you feel like you're looking at people to see if they have COVID, right? You're looking for signs. when you
I
hang
can
out with
tell you I'm much more aware of people's unsanitary tendencies. Like,
Well, but that makes you feel like they have COVID.
Yeah.
For me, I look at somebody like, ooh, that person
Bro.
looks like they have COVID, and they just didn't
Yeah.
shave.
I went, nah, bullshit, man. I got mad, dude. It was so crazy. I never used to be like this. But, like, there's some stuff now where, like, all right, man, the jig is up. You can't really get away with it anymore. People can die if you don't wash your hands, you know. You know, and because especially in the men's room, and I don't know, I'm sure, I really don't think this is a problem with ladies, but I know a lot of, like, men that if they go number one in the restroom, it's 50-50 if they wash their hands, right? It's just a fact. It's gross, but it's a fact.
Guys don't wash their hands.
So, like, I go into Publix, and usually the crowd at Publix is pretty good about washing their hands. I feel like people go to Publix are wash your hands people, okay?
People that go to Publix looks like they don't have COVID.
They don't have COVID. Publix is, you know you're paying for more, and you're there anyway. Okay? Like, you could get this.
If you're willing to pay $2 more for a piece of ham, you're going to wash your
because you
hands.
could get that same ham at Walmart for a sale. But no, you're here. So
Exactly. But you have COVID.
So, exactly. Exactly, Ari.
Yeah, if you go to the Walmart in Colonial, you most likely have
This
COVID.
guy, bro, I'm in the restroom, I do my business, and a Publix bathroom is not very big. So I use the restroom, go number one, I'm washing my hands, I see this guy behind me, peripherally. He doesn't wash his hands. And he was before me. He was at the hand drying area this time he grabs a paper towel to grab the door handle, but didn't wash his hands. Okay. Yeah. Weird. We walk around the whole store. I catch a regroup with Melinda. We make it over back by produce. And I see this same guy squeezing all the avocados to see if it was right. I'm like, bro, so you didn't wash your hands? Now you got ball hands all over all these fucking avocados?
Yep, and they have COVID now.
I told Melinda, no more guacamole tonight. Shut it down.
Fuck guacamole. Well, yeah.
You can't
You're
be
right.
ball grabbing the fucking avocados in Publix. Where do you think you are? At the flea market? You better
I know what you're saying.
Dude, and I'm aware of that shit now. I'm aware when people don't practice like, I'm like, dude, you can't get it.
Well, you know, yeah, I take my food to work now. Since COVID, I take my food from home. I don't go to the employee cafeteria. If I go there, it's to eat outside. I eat in my office. I don't know. I avoid everything. Although I like to go out. It's just at work.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, don't you have a couple of people you have lunch with, I'm sure, from time to time?
Not anymore.
Really?
Nope. Not anymore. Since COVID, I don't.
Really? You don't go eat with your friends?
No. At work,
That
no.
would drive me nuts.
I can't.
I say that, bro, and I'm
I don't
by
know why.
myself every day. I'm by myself every day.
Yeah. But then I can go out with friends for dinner. You know? Which is pretty much the same.
Well, you probably don't. But, well, it's not weird. You probably, when it comes to work, it's just an excuse to not have to be around those people. Your friends
right. You know me too
outside of
well.
work, you want to be around, so you could give a
You
at
are
that
my
point,
friend.
I could give a damn about COVID right now.
The people that I can say friends at work, we don't work same schedules.
Oh, that's why.
So
Because I remember
that's
when
probably
we
a
worked
reason.
together where we did back in the past, there was a couple of
We
friends.
would, yeah. We should have the same lunch, yeah. Yeah. But that's you will, yeah. Out of
The
those-
guy who did my schedule.
last night, well, I
was
went
cool
to
back then.
right. Last night I did. I went to a birthday party, and my friend started. We were all drinking, but for some reason I didn't get drunk. But my friend, I think, was a little drunk. And any other time I would not have an issue, but last night he was like, "Bro, give me a hug." And I was like, I need a hug from my best friend. I was like, yeah, about that. And he just gave me a hug, one of those like long hugs. I was like, COVID.
Just got the vid.
I don't know.
But don't worry.
Yeah.
I give you your gratification. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was like, man, I love you and everything, but I don't know about the hug. And you were singing in karaoke and sharing that microphone with these people that I don't know. I don't know, man.
Maybe he was.
I don't know
Maybe
about
he
that.
just came off of singing some. Who was at the Amway Center in Orlando last night? Mark
Anthony.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until last night when I was
I
driving
tried
by.
to surprise you.
I was like, oh, there's a
I
Magic
tried to
game.
surprise you with tickets, bro, as a fun joke. I was gonna get his tickets.
You really think I would go to see
Yeah,
Mark
bro,
Anthony?
me and you would go. I was gonna be like my sister, so I'm not gonna name drop my sister, but my sister's got a job there now. She works there now,
At Amway?
and
Really?
she
What's
does
she
a
do?
lot of. Well, I don't want. She does a lot of marketing stuff. She does all the,
Okay.
and she does like social media for them. She assists with. She's an intern at the moment. That's why I don't want to get her in trouble.
Gotcha. Well, I go a lot to the Magic games, and that's the only thing I go there. They suck. They're awful, but I go
Well,
a
she
lot.
does a lot of stuff for their events, like for the music, like Mark Anthony and stuff like that, and all the artists. So she's always at the concerts, but she goes like with all the media, like all the paparazzi and stuff. So she goes all the way in the front. And I didn't know there was a Mark Anthony concert until she got to my house Thursday night.
Me neither.
And I said, if I had known there would have been one, I would have asked you to get me and Ari 2 VIP tickets. And I would have paid.
I know who he is and everything, Mark Anthony, obviously, but I'm not
Hey,
I'm not buying tickets to see him. Ahí. Hey. Oh, I would have loved to see you do that at the concert. Surrounded by 20,000 Puerto Ricans.
Hey, these are my people. We in this bitch.
Hey, yeah. Pull the flag out, too.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
love that, dude. So I
Amazing.
told her that next time if there's a Spanish-speaking guy, she should surprise. But I wanted to be like, bro, I got something for us to do tonight. Like, call you off rip out of nowhere and be like, dude, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, we're going to go VIP, Mark Anthony. And you'd be like, oh, my gosh. And just to randomly fuck with you.
Yeah.
I bet it was wild.
I would go.
I bet it was packed.
I'm pretty sure. He's huge, so. But yeah. Anyway. That was fun. Anyway. Are you watching anything right now?
Actually, I did watch The Harder They Fall the other day.
Such a good movie.
Ah.
I liked it. I don't know, man. I liked it a lot. I liked it. I mean, first of all, what's this guy named the villain? Idris Elba.
Oh yeah, the British guy. Oh, I love him, bro. He's
good.
really good.
He's so good. He is really good.
I think I
the
liked the woman that played the bad girl, like to his.
Oh yeah, she's always good. Yeah.
Yeah, she is good. She's done a lot of stuff in Tyler Perry movies and stuff like that. But
it's good to see her. As
yeah,
a
I've
villain.
never seen her as that. And dude, she was scary as hell,
Yeah.
bro. Like she did a great job. And some of the monologues were really good. Like the movie altogether, I didn't have a problem with. What I didn't really care for was the soundtrack. Like it kept messing it up for me.
That's what I thought it was cool about. We're talking about a cowboy movie with that hip hop and music. It was so good. And then the best part was like it was at the right time. That slow motion walking and that music in the background. Oh, I loved it.
See,
actually.
and I was conflicted about the believability of it. So, as a big diversity guy, I like the fact that like we're facing issues head on and putting more diverse cast in movies now and everything like that. But it did make it hard at some parts to go, all of these persons of color in this time frame owning businesses, doing all this stuff. I like the fact that what they were trying to do was not make it about slavery or any of that shit, but there was like there was no racist innuendos or stuff like that, and like she addresses that in the beginning, like nobody's gonna say the N-word or anything like that, which I thought was cool. But at the same time, it did kind of mess up the staging of the movie for me. Like, it's hard to believe this is a Western during this time and you're not facing adversities racially.
I think it sounds like you're still stuck in the old movie.
No, I'm saying that it's still...
Well, because the way you're saying it, it sounds like this is what a movie's supposed to be like. This is what a Western movie's supposed to look like. So that's what I was saying. That's what it feels for me, that you are still...
And
I don't
no,
get
and
it.
that's
Listening
and no
to
offense. I don't take any offense from that. I'm just struggling with it because I don't want to say that I want racism in Western movies. I just saying the fact that they didn't face that adversity and even win. Like, I knew what this movie was set out to be.
Yeah.
So I obviously was under the expectations of what I was getting into when I watched it. And I wanted the black cast members to win. I'm not saying that. I don't want them to lose to adversity. But the fact that it wasn't really acknowledged that it was part of the time period made it a little hard for me.
Isn't it like you watch a horror movie nowadays, they're so different from the 80s movies, and you still go and say, yeah, but that movie was better. In the 80s, the horror movies were better. It's just a new way, I guess.
Yeah, because the movie itself, like, I was actually excited because there's only like 1 or 2 Westerns anymore that come out a year, if you're lucky. Really closer to 1. And like, I love modern day Westerns. Like, really good. Also, everything like that. So like, I'm typically all for it, and I was a huge fan of Django, things like that. Like, all those movies have been amazing. Even The Hard Eight, excellent movie, things like that. Like, I love them. But this one here, to me, between the soundtrack, not acknowledging the adversity that was going on as part of the time period, not part of my opinion, and showing the winning side of that adversity even, for these guys, totally cool with that. That kind of messed it up for me. But the movie itself definitely had really good points. I like the cast. No doubt the action scenes were great. It reminded me a lot of is it Quentin Tarantino? That does like Inglourious Bastards and stuff. Yeah.
Well, he did Django Unchained.
He did do Django Unchained, right? Okay, I just want to make sure it was Quentin.
Yeah, he did.
But
he's fantastic.
This guy here,
crazy as fuck.
This guy here was clearly a fan of Quentin Tarantino's growing up.
Yes. Yeah.
So
You can
to
tell.
me, maybe that's where my problem was, because like, without looking at first, I literally thought, oh, this is a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah. I want to watch it again.
And I will.
I don't know. I want to watch it again. I like that. It's one of those movies that I can watch again.
Yeah, and I like Westerns, bro. Like, I grew up watching Westerns, so like, it's really cool to me. It's just...
There's not a lot of stuff that you can watch now and say, I'm going to watch it again. Yeah. I did. So I watched, I'm a huge fan of Dave Chapelle. You watched the new special?
Fantastic.
Right?
Loved it.
Oh my God. So I've watched it a couple times. So good. I don't understand the big shit from everybody else, but, well, you try to understand. But it is so good.
No. I don't
It is so taken out of proportion, taken out of context. Listen to it. That's what I think. You have to listen to the special. And if you go back and watch all of them, a good way to finish. Good way to finish it. Fantastic. He's brilliant. I think he's brilliant.
Oh, he truly is.
His craft is amazing. Better than anybody right now.
I was extremely taken back by the fact that he catches so much backlash from that community.
And he knew. And he knew he was going to get it. But that's fine. That's fine. And he even makes that point during the special. You need to go back and watch it. What did I say? What are you going by what somebody told you?
Yeah.
You know? You're going by, okay, he's homophobic, he's transhomophobic. Did you watch it? Did you listen to what I said?
Yeah, because he endorsed that one girl at the bar. Like, I guess, I didn't understand that the people that were criticizing him weren't watching it this whole time until recently. I'm that naive myself. And when I did find that out, I was like, oh, wait. Like, because, like, if you've actually watched his specials, for me, the one story that has always stuck out to me is the transgender woman he met in California and befriended. And then he actually talks about her.
And he talks about her in the second or third special.
Yeah, exactly. And that whole story and how the stand-up bombed. Her show actually bombed, but then she was in the crowd. Anyways, like, he's done nothing but, like, amplify, that person.
And he's a comedian. I am so tired of comedians going on the safe route because they want to be liked. They want to fit in. A lot of comedians play it safe. Why? You're a comedian. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You're on stage. You can be you or you can be a character. So, do what you feel like. There's fans for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unfortunately, the negative is louder than the positive sometimes. So, fuck it. Why not be you? That's the reason.
Yeah.
You know? So I like that. I'm a huge fan, and I've been watching.
I mean, don't get me wrong, bro. That's where I'm at. Like, I always struggle with wanting to make jokes about the pronoun thing, because like I don't think that it doesn't particularly bother me that people want to be called by it. No, but don't expect. I just want to make a joke about how people don't or shouldn't expect me to know that if you are presented to what would be assumed as to the rest of the world as a man or a woman. And you want to be called the opposite, that's fine. But don't assume that I should know that.
Why am I being called that I hate them when I don't call you them?
That's what I'm saying.
Why do we have to go all that extreme? What if it's I still not struggling, or it's change. So changes take time, right? So you cannot expect that I'm going to call you how you want or treat you how you want right away because it's a transition, right? It's a transition for you. It's a transition for all of us around you. So I am going to make the mistake of calling you he, she some days until I can get it right by call you them, they. Or let me just call you by your name.
So there's a comedian I met in Miami, Brax Comedy, Brax, hilarious. What a wonderful person that I met, that she's just pretty, I don't know, but I know that she likes me to, when I talk to her, not to call her. And like, there I go doing it again right there. So what that person helped me to do, it was to substitute using that person's name. So just saying, it's like, just try with that. But was the coolest person that I've met that was understanding of exactly what you just said. Was like, hey, clearly this guy's not doing this to be offensive. Like, I'm a really nice person. Like, I'm totally cool with what people want to be called. But just bear with me if I do say the wrong thing or what's commonly perceived. I'm not doing it to like make you mad. Mm-hmm. Like, I would never intentionally do that.
We were raised, our generation was raised under he and she. Right? And generations before us the same way. So you cannot expect that this is going to stop in a day. Now, there is people that are, mean like that and will do it on purpose.
And I do hate to say
that.
Not
everybody's
the same. There are some people like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but you cannot think that everybody's the same way. I go through it at work. I have employees that prefer to be called they, right? Them. And I just call them by their name because it's easier for me.
Yes.
To not make a mistake because I don't want you to feel offended.
Yes. That's what Brax taught me. Yeah. That's definitely what
I just call everybody by name. I have an employee and I call him now by his name because it's easier for me to not say, make that mistake.
Yeah.
But it's just, it is hard in that sense because that's the nature. You're going to call that person by what you see, because at the end of the day, I still see you as a female or as a guy, so I am going to call you a he or she. So I prefer go by the name to not make that mistake.
Yeah. And see, and with Brax,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, and again, it's really not my business, but Brax was not a transgender person, was a lesbian person, but maybe it is trans. See, I don't understand it. I don't want to mess it all up, but there was no.
But again, but it is not a joke, and it's not trying to be mean. But you have to be. It is. You have to understand that this is some difficult shit to understand some days.
Like for me, it's basically this person was clearly a girl, but likes girls, and dresses on the more boyish side of things. To me, we would have said back in the day that's just a more masculine lesbian, right? Like it's, but you don't say that anymore. It's more just.
Well, I think I've told you this before. I think we talked about it before in the podcast. Can't remember, maybe out of the podcast or something. But I had an employee. He was a guy. He came to me about wanting to be called by a female name. Still look at him. Still a guy, but he wants to be called by a girl. Fine. This girl now is dating a girl. So I think I told you this before. It's confusing for me to determine what this person trying to say the right things. I don't know if it's what is she? What is he? Lesbian, straight? You know what I mean? And again, maybe it's none of them. I just love that person, right? By who they are, not by the sex. That's how it is now. So, but it's kind of crazy. I don't know to understand. But if we speak like this, it comes as offensive.
Well, and hopefully not, right? Maybe like some people that listening to the show are going through similar stuff too, where like they're struggling to see it, or maybe they're struggling to adapt to it. I know a lot of my people that unfortunately, like I try to get them to change their way of thinking, like they just don't, like they don't understand it and they don't want to understand it. And now, like for me, like I tell them, I'm like, look, bro, I don't need you to become a professional, but I need you to be respectful of like, this is something, these folks believe in, and as long as you're acknowledging it's there, you're good.
Yeah, well, this thing with Dave Chapelle, what is it about? All this drama with Dave Chapelle, at the end of the day, what is it about?
And that part I don't get. Because if you watched it, just like you said, if you watched it, there is nothing that is 100% worth anything of the backlash he's getting.
No. Nope. He's trying to come out with a documentary, and nobody's out there to help him all of a sudden. Except for Netflix, who hasn't turned their backs to him. A documentary that he started recording back when COVID started.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's ready to put that out. It seems like he's going to put it out with his own money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because nobody there. You can hear the crickets after this situation.
Well,
but he don't care. At the end of the day,
Dave knows.
He's one of those people. If you had an opportunity to have lunch or dinner or drinks with a celebrity or famous person, for me, he's on top of the list.
I could see that. You've always been a big fan of him.
Yeah. Two people, him and Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley?
Yeah. I think out of sports, the way this guy speaks his mind is fantastic. I can relate. Like, I can relate to those two people. So if I could have drinks with somebody, it will be with those two guys at the same time.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah. That would be a cool conversation.
Really, really. I could see that.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. I don't know, bro, because I'm such a big fan of so many. I'd definitely love to hang out with Adam Sandler. I feel like Adam would be really, he could offer some really kind of like calm, cool advice. And like, I feel like he's really easy to talk to because like he doesn't, like he's one of the richest men in his industry and
it's all profit. Have you seen his movies are all profit?
He always does it somewhere like I love the thing about Adam.
It's a vacation environment.
And people always rip on him and I'm like, Adam's movies are going to be like slapstick comedy to a certain degree, like obvious extra, But what's cool is he's always with his friends. He's always traveling. It's always a funny. At the end of the day, you're gonna like, even if you didn't laugh when it happened, when you were watching it, if you're like, oh, that was stupid. He makes movies where 2 days later you're laughing, going, yeah, that part was hilarious. You know, and I love that about Adam.
You want to be part of that.
Yes,
group.
like you.
You know, because it's a fun environment.
Yeah, it's so fun. So like to me, I think if I could dig into that and learn some of his greatness, like I would, and just spend time with him, just to ask him questions along the way, what people were like, and I feel like he would give you pretty honest answers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, but at the same time,
definitely,
I'd love to go have a cup of coffee with Jerry Seinfeld one day.
Oh yeah.
On Comedians' Cars. I'd like to be on that one day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah. He'd probably come pick me up in some jacked up truck.
All the way to Fall County, man.
What is this thing?
That would
be cool. That's kind of like on my list. You know, been doing a lot more. Oh, speaking of which, I know we're coming up on our hour. I got to mention, next Saturday is my birthday, and November the 13th.
Yeah, my daughter's too.
And I got a big show coming for the improv group I'm a part of. We're gonna, it's on Saturday. We have. It's at the Ritz Theater in Winter Haven. So if you're in Florida, it's in Winter Haven. Tickets are online. I do post the link on all my social medias. Mike Roberts Comedy, Mike Styles Official, and Michael M. Roberts on Facebook. So if you look on there, you'll see that I post all the information about it. The link to the tickets is on there. It's $10 online or $10 at the door. There's alcohol. There's going to be a bar. We got room for about 300 people, so I want to see. Yeah, nice. So let's fill it up. I'd appreciate it. You don't have to buy me a birthday present, just buy a ticket.
Saturday?
Next Saturday? Yep. 7 o'clock, I think, is showtime.
I'm off.
Yeah, bro, you have to come.
I know. Winter Haven.
I'll get you on the after party list.
Oh. There's an after party too. Whoa.
Woo. But yeah, guys, to those of y'all that are fans, I would really appreciate it. The group is awesome. If you've never been to an improv show, I promise you won't regret it. It's like watching Whose Line Is It Anyway? So yeah, it's going to be excellent. So I'd love it if you could come, if you can make it. But I understand the weekend. I do know that that's your daughter's birthday.
I'm off that day actually. I'm off actually next week. I have 4 days off. So. Because it's your birthday, but it's my daughter's birthday.
That's what I remember,
too,
yeah.
Yeah, it's the same, a day after. So we don't know what we're doing.
But you planned ahead just in case.
I haven't been said anything. Yeah, I plan to take a weekend off just in case. But I think Saturday there's nothing going on, so that would be cool.
Yeah, bro. And listen, it's a family-friendly...
I'll get a stage too. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Who cares?
There you go.
But yeah. But it's good to be back, right? So hopefully we keep this going. So we're back next week, hopefully with some more crazy.
Yeah, bro. And a lot of good stuff coming down. I want to keep telling you guys more. There's so much more I know that I want to tell people about what all the nice people I've met so far, just really early in the comedy career as far as like jumping on board with doing the open mics is very still green, and I've got to meet some awesome people along the way. So I'd love to definitely shout those guys out and talk more about some of those funny nights at the club. So lots to tell.
We'll do so. So we're out for next week.
Yes, sir. All right, my brother.
See you later, man.
See you, ciao.